Turn Alert. Turn Alert. Turn Alert. Turn Alert. Welcome back, guys. This is the Club of the Man 1993. This is episode number 312 of WWE Turn Alert. As somebody should no longer be saying, Yeet, no Yeet. And also, the quarterback, or whatever the heck they want to call him. The one who calls the plays, who actually succeeded with the play for once this past Saturday night at Bad Blood, as Big Jim Uso, that's right, Jimmy Uso, made his return to WWE for the first time since the SmackDown after WrestleMania, when he was attacked by Sikoa and at the time of debuting Tonga. We had not seen Jimmy Uso since. I also wonder too, because recently, at least on Twitter, there was something going on with Jimmy Uso that I never read details as to what happened, but all we got was Rikishi saying that Jimmy was okay. So, I don't know what happened to Jimmy, but whatever it is, I'm glad he's here, and I'm glad he came back. Showed off some style like his brother, with the facial expressions of the excitement whenever he made his return at Bad Blood. So yeah, Jimmy Uso, again, the last time we saw him, he was taken out by Sikoa and Tonga. And this past Saturday at Bad Blood, he made his return. Of course, it got kind of overshadowed by The Rock after the main event, but he helped Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes beat the Bloodline in the main event when Tonga and Tonga Loa came out. Jimmy, who apparently was hiding underneath the ring the whole time, came out, dressed the exact same way as when he turned heel at SummerSlam last year and cost Jay his world title match against Roman. He pulled down the mask, did the whatnot, and he took out the rest of the Bloodline who were outside the ring, except for, of course, Jacob Fatu and Sikoa. But he distracted Solo for Roman hit the spear at the victory. Afterwards, there actually was a video showing where Roman goes to Jimmy, "You did that? You called the play? Yeah, I did it, Oos. I did it for you, Oos." And they reunited. And, basically solidifying Jimmy once again being a face. And, of course, afterwards, whenever Cody basically was cool with Roman and Jimmy or whatnot, I don't get that part, of course. And then when they were leaving, the Bloodline attacked Cody again. Jimmy tells Roman, "You got to keep your word, Oos. You got to keep your word, Oos. You're the tribal chief." And yeah, they went back out. So long story short, Jimmy Uso is once again a babyface. I'm sure maybe there'll be some story to get him and Jay to reunite. And I'm sure if they still do War Games, because again, as I said, after the Bloodline lost at Bad Blood, I have kind of lost interest in the in the War Games matches between the original and the new Bloodline, like I said, because the new Bloodline just have been losing. And to me, they have really no heat for me to feel like they're a threat. Kind of felt like Jimmy Uso right here when he was a heel. I'm sorry. Jimmy Uso as a heel. The storyline should have worked, but it didn't. And the problem was, I don't think they gave it the attention they needed to give it. Like, okay, a lot of people say it was a business move to have a reason to stall the Bloodline until WrestleMania. That could have been true, because it did show, like, in the month between the summer and maybe around Rumble season before The Rock came back, the whole Bloodline stuff went from being the best thing on TV to one of the most least interesting things on TV. And I did like at the beginning how Jimmy did do like one or two things to Jay, even go as far as costing them the world, him and Cody, the tag titles. Like, if they would have done like a little bit more of that, like throughout the year until we got to WrestleMania, then I think it would have been more interesting. They stopped doing it, and all Jimmy did after that was just lose and lose and lose every week on SmackDown. Basically was the one to eat the pins for the Bloodline. And even too, when they got to Royal Rumble, they had them start off at number 1 and 2. You could have had like maybe Jimmy eliminates Jay or something, or vice versa, or something. It's like they had the stare down at the beginning, threw a few punches at each other here and there, and it was like nothing. And then they did actually try to get rolling until the Raw just a few weeks before WrestleMania, when Jimmy cost Jay the IC title against Gunther. It's like, did they even try to put more heat on Jimmy? That's why their match kind of suffered. I mean, I hate to say it, it wasn't terrible, but their match at WrestleMania was definitely one of the weaker matches of the weekend. And I probably would maybe put it in as one of the worst matches of the year. That's saying something, saying that they're not terrible. I'd say it was just weak. And again, the problem was Jimmy had no heat. Jimmy was basically just a chump. And I hate to say it because I like Jimmy. But he deserved better than that. He should have been booked as more of a threat. Honestly, because he didn't have a lot of heat on him, I was kind of hoping Jimmy would have won at WrestleMania to kind of somewhat keep the feud going and find like an excuse to build more heat on him. But again, to me, it was just like they turned heels. Like, okay, let's see a WrestleMania. It's like, that's it. They put absolutely no heat on him as a heel. So him being a babyface again, cool. And the story of him, hopefully the story of him eventually reuniting with Jay will probably be awesome. Hopefully. We'll see what happens. But yes, Jimmy Uso is back to being a face as of Bad Blood 2024. What are your guys' thoughts on Jimmy Uso returning back to being a babyface? Leave your guys' thoughts down in the comment section below. Be sure also, as always, to slap a like on the video and subscribe for more content on my channel. You may follow me on Twitter as well, at the Club with the Man 93. You can also follow me on TikTok and Instagram at the Club with the Man 1993. And until then, guys, I'm checking out. I'll catch you guys all later. And stay tuned for more as always. WWE Turn Alert.
Turn Alert. Turn Alert.